What were the scariest and most brutal knockouts ever within the octagon? Let's take a look at some bone-chilling knockouts that forced even the toughest spectators to shield their eyes. From skull-shattering uppercuts to face-rearranging flying knees, MMA showcases finishes so lethal that fighters end up eerily motionless on the canvas. These are some all-time lethal knockouts that instantly flip the fighter's off switch, leaving them laid out still, or worse. Please don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Here we go.
Good luck. God bless him. Just stays right here, pal.
First up, one of the hardest pound-for-pound punches ever thrown inside the UFC octagon. The feud-ending nuclear H-bomb from the one and only Dan Henderson that found its mark as perfectly as can be. But it wasn't just the initial shot that mattered here. No, the follow-up forearm smash from Hendo takes this knockout to another level entirely. We always hate to see an old legend get flatlined like this, but even still, Matt Brown destroyed Diego Sanchez with some major style points with his huge elbow. He caught the leg of Diego, and in a moment of pure inspiration, struck the Nightmare over the top with a crushing elbow that sent Sanchez face down to the canvas. Nasty work. This next one might just be the greatest single punch knockout in UFC history. Muslim Salikhov caught his opponent stepping towards his lightning fast right hand, putting him to sleep instantly, falling like a statue to the canvas. The thunderous sound of Salikhov's fist on Taleb's chin echoing throughout the arena. We're going to feature some pretty brutal finishes here, but Michael Venom Page's knockout of Cyborg Santos was the only finish that nearly killed its target. This pinpoint flying knee caught Cyborg right in the center of his skull, caving his forehead in. The injury was so bad that it could very well have been fatal, and Cyborg Santos never competed again. Yuri Prochazka is one of the wildest strikers in UFC history, but even by his lofty standards, his knockout of Dominic Reyes was an especially violent moment. He bullied Reyes to the cage, then unleashed a series of slicing elbows, the last of which came off of a spin. When it landed, it hit Reyes right on that sweet spot, earning Yuri an undeniable Knockout of the Year contender. The sole entry from the Ultimate Fighter comes in next with a magic spinning back kick knockout from Uriah Hall on his fellow contestant Adam Sella. Hall was seen as the successor to the great Anderson Silva at this time, and with a piece of martial arts mastery like this, it's easy to see why. When Sean O'Malley gauges his opponent's timing, he is able to almost toy with them before scoring the finish. His knockout of Eddie Wineland was one of the most dramatic examples of just how much of a one-hitter quitter he can dish out if he finds the right moment. One of the Sugar Show's finest knockouts. Edson Barboza's spinning kick knockout of Terry Edom was the first wheel kick knockout in UFC history, and for our money, it's still the best. Barboza's head kick landed perfectly on his opponent's face, shutting off the lights in an instant, sickeningly crashing to the floor. The shocked reaction from commentator Joe Rogan was priceless.
Want to take a chance and risk getting knocked out? Oh my goodness! Oh! Wow! Wow! It is all over! I couldn't have timed that word knockout.
Next up, we go to perhaps the single hardest punch ever thrown by a mixed martial artist. Of course, it was always going to be Francis Ngannou who threw it. This uppercut he landed on the great Alistair Overeem was thrown so hard that it practically lifted its target off his feet. Plus, if you thought Dan Henderson's forearm smash on Michael Bisping was bad, Ngannou's was much worse. Finally, we get to Jorge Masvidal's record-setting 5-second knockout of his rival Ben Askren. You could totally ignore the fact that this knockout was the fastest in UFC history, and it would still earn a spot on this list. Ben was stiffened up as badly as any unconscious fighters we've ever seen. This was a 10 out of 10 on so many levels. The violent masterpiece of our time. If you enjoyed watching this journey through terrifying knockouts and stiffened unconscious bodies, then have a look at these, and please don't forget to like, comment with a few words, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the latest videos. See you soon.